Good afternoon. Oh my goodness. I have been very busy. So over there is kale. Yeah. And then over here in the middle is managus. Managus are over there. How is everybody doing? I've been busy trying to be responsible. And then over there, I have what we call omotere. My friend Doreen, if you watch this video, I need to mail you omotere. You asked me to mail you some. Yeah. Here we go. So how is everybody doing? My goodness, life has been happening. You see the sun? See the sun there? See the sun? Life has been happening to me. The tomatoes died because of the frost. These ones are dead. The managus are coming out. Look at my neighbors. I'm going to put eggplant and what else? And cucumbers. I want cucumbers this year. And beetroots. Okay, that's that. So that's my neighbor. I meant to catch this guy to ask him what these leaves are. These leaves are so healthy. I don't know what kind of plant that is. So this one, my friend Nelly, she has not come to do hers. Okay, then my neighbor here, a nice old man that has been gardening for years, he puts seeds, all kinds of seeds. So he's going to distribute collard greens, kale. He has the beans under. The frost passed. This one, let me tell you about this one. This one, she's a school teacher. She came with her two children, a boy and a girl, 22 and 23, and her brother. And her brother is the one that built this gate. They even put a padlock. They went high profile. I was so impressed with the family ties that they have. They spent quite some time preparing this garden. You see how beautiful it is? Very nice. They went all the way. This one is mine. The sagas are not out yet. Look at the Swiss chard. Yeah. Look at the cabbage. I got a chair back there. That's where I sit. And the strawberries are there. Oh, where did I park? I parked over there. I need gumboots. So that's my garden. Good people, life has been happening. How is everybody doing? Life has been happening. I hope you're all doing fine. My Facebook family. We are back in season and I put in my seeds. So right now it's the watering. We have a hose right here. They open the water for us. And here I have planted perennials, flowers. Let's see the asparagus. This is from last year. this year I added 3 more asparagus. This is asparagus, that's asparagus, that one, and that one. This is from last year, you see? This one. So, you see, asparagus is a perennial. You know what perennials are? My goodness, you see, I've been picking. Asparagus is a perennial. So this is how you pick your asparagus. I know some of you don't know. Even your children don't know. This is how we pick asparagus. You see, you have to come here almost every day. So I can't wait. Next year I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's one coming here. There's where's another one? This one's the roots here. There's one coming here every week. Okay, this is salad, right? Oh no, that's strawberries. This is lettuce. The strawberries are flowering, so I'm expecting strawberries anytime. Okay, remember those? Then over here I put managu. I don't know if they're going to make it. The pepper died with the frost. Remember the pepper? If you've been following me, I put the pepper in. This died. Here, this one has a little bit, so I'm gonna go back and redo it. This was this kind of pepper, Jamaican Scotch bonnet. This one died. I have a little bit left, and this one. This is my favorite, wiri wiri. I don't know if you guys have tried that. I'm waiting to do tomatoes. The tomatoes, I'm going to bring them next month. This is what do you call this? This is Brussels sprouts. Yeah, Brussels sprouts. This is cabbage. This is collard greens and saga. See, I brought my chair and I tied it nicely. That's my beautiful chair. I'm supposed to come here. When I'm feeling stressed, I just sit here and just ponder my life after I've picked my fresh vegetables. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I kind of quit alcohol like maybe when I just met my husband. I was 21 going to 22. Like I just couldn't do alcohol. If I do, I just get so tired. But I found other things to do. When other people are drinking, I do other things to get a high. I mean, that's the ultimate. Everybody wants to get a high. So my high, making waist beads. I make these beads, right? So, and I do like people. I'm a people person, but I don't like being in the presence of people for a long time. I like spending time with people for a very short time, and then I have to go. I can't tolerate people for long, especially when you're sober. Most of the time, people who drink can end up staying together for long because, you know, they get more stupider, and there's more fun. But when you're sober, you can only tolerate people. After a while, there's nothing to talk about. So the maximum I give myself to spend time with people is 2 hours. And then I have hyperactive attention disorder. 2 hours, after 2 hours, I just need to do something else. So some of us, we were lucky we went into health and wellness or mental illness or working with people with developmental disabilities, and we were able to even diagnose ourselves before the doctors could diagnose us. So when you know yourself, you kind of find a way to treat yourself, which is what we call self-awareness. I'm grateful that I have self-awareness, but working in the group home with adults living with developmental disabilities for 20 years before I left is what really helped me to create awareness of what I like, what I don't like, my triggers, things that make me upset, things that I don't like, creating boundaries, eating well, and things that don't add value. And I learned that by helping the clients. In the group home we used to have IHPs, what they call independent habilitation plans, where we set goals for the clients for 1 year, and then the staff are supposed to do that goal every day so the clients can perfect that particular thing. And it's because we were dealing with a population of clients that were coming from homes or that were abandoned by the parents, and they were not taught basic skills like brushing their teeth, taking a shower, the basic skills. Not all parents who have or who had children with developmental disabilities taught their children how to do these things. So when they placed them in the group homes at 18 plus, the agency I worked for used to take 18 plus. When they placed them in respite, sometimes where they start before they come into a permanent group home. At the respite home is where you have like a couple months to spend time with the clients to see where they are in life in terms of life skills. What can they do? Can they do the basic things? Can they cook? Can they clean? Can they go shopping? So when I look back, I'm so grateful for the 20 years I spent in a company called Delta Community Supports, which was developmental DRC Resources Corporation. Yeah. And at the time I was looking for a part-time job because I'd had my oldest son. I was looking for a part-time job so I can work part-time and get time to spend with our son. Very exciting to be a mom. So I didn't want to work full-time, but somebody told me of this job and they told me you could work 3 days, something like 3 days on, 3 days off, so I could spend more time with our son then, Brandon. Brandon had turned a year. I had stayed home for a year and I was ready to go back to work part-time. So I was never, I wasn't aware that the lessons I was going to learn from that company were going to change my life. And the other thing that was so unique about that company, they gave us opportunities to attend conferences and they sent us to different trainings, especially for those of us who were in management. And I learned to work with staff. I learned to work with the clients. And right now at my age, I am so grateful for the lessons that I learned. It is in that respite home. In fact, I started in a permanent group home, and then I think I was there for a year and a half or a year or so, and then I transferred to a respite home that was closer to my house. It's in that respite home that I learned the life skills that have really made a huge difference in my life. So when the clients come, I'm going back to the IHPs, we evaluate them. Our job at the respite home is to make observations and see what the clients can do. And I was working under the supervision of a very good supervisor. By the way, Sue, she still watches me on Facebook, or we still keep in touch. She was the coordinator then, and she, oh my goodness, she was very patient. And we didn't really I didn't really believe in IHPs like that until I started doing them, or until Sue was kind of forcing us to do them. Something, they would come up with, they're like, we are saying they're impossible. But it's because we didn't believe that you can do something for 1 year until you perfect it. For those of us who are coming from Africa, we were thinking that these things Sue is telling us, they're impossible. But Sue is an American. She knows that there are things us we've never seen, especially teaching a skill that, for us, we think it's a basic skill. Some of these kids were never taught the life skills. And back in the day, they used to drop these clients in centers where they would sit all day. And then they started, I think it's in the early 80s, the group homes started coming up. And when this group homes started coming up, they were taking few clients and placing them, like 4, maximum 6 clients in a home, and then they'll hire 24-hour care. And this staff, especially the afternoon staff, the morning staff, they created day programs for them. These are things that were coming up in the 80s and early 90s. So they would go to a day program. Then when they come home, the 3 to 11, which is the shift that I was working at the respite home, our goal, our job description, like when you're hired for the title, when they give you your job description, part of your job description was to make sure that you're doing the IHPs consistently, and you're documenting consistently and monitoring the clients closely to see if you can see progress. I tell you, I learned a lot of lessons. And it is in that respite home that I created awareness about myself. It's in that respite home that I learned how to manage money, because some of them, we needed to do life planning for them. They would get money from the state. Out of that money we needed to plan for them and stick to the budget. Some of them were getting maybe $60, some $100, depending on the parents and whatever was in for them. And you are given that limited amount of money to budget for them. That money you would buy clothes, take them to eat ice cream. I mean, they had a beautiful structure. And believe it or not, I took that model of even meal planning. I took the model of talking. I took the model of de-escalating when there's a crisis. I took the model of when my husband is talking, when I'm talking, what I'm saying, the triggers, what I shouldn't say, and I learned things that I'm using right now. And I've been very functional. In fact, I spend a lot of time by myself, and I'm fine. I like people, yes, but I just like to do things that add value to my life. But I did that out of working in that facility. And I'm grateful to God that I got that chance. We did arts and crafts. We went to the movies. We even went to Broadway, to New York. I did a lot of things with the clients, and I was one of those staff, the 3 to 11, that literally was on the go. We would come in, read the AM log, PM log, whatever happened at night, and then meal prep for them. That's where I learned to cook fresh food every day. And then after we have dinner, by 5 or 6, Americans eat by 5 and 6, we go to the movies. So I'm saying all this to anyone who's listening to me who is in banking. You didn't go in the field that I went to. And part of that IHPs, or part of what they do in their day program, is to learn things like this, gardening and planting and, weeding, depending on the level that they are functioning, on. That's how you see this is garlic. That is how we are able to make those IHP goals for them. So good people. I've taken a deep breath because I just went deep into that, remembering how much time I invested with the clients. And I loved the clients a lot. I was very passionate. And I was one of the... I have awards. One of the nice employees. I have awards. I got Employee of the Year. I got a lot of things. But I loved what I did. I loved what I did, and I love the clients. I still love the clients. When I see the clients and I give them the airtime that they need and I listen to them, it makes me so happy. And I'm among the few people of my age who doesn't take blood pressure meds. But what we don't know, that what? Kindness is a pill. Being kind to people who are living with developmental disabilities. Kindness to people who are going through struggles. People who are depressed. People who don't know what to do sometimes. You see, for me, I kind of know what to do in some areas because I went through all these trainings. I have all these books, and every training I went, I came with the books. And by the way, they used to send us to Atlantic City for a conference once a year. I went faithfully. Let the owner rest in peace. He was such a good friend of mine, and I am so glad that I took advantage of those trainings. I didn't even know they were preparing me for my future. I say this to say that create time and create self-awareness. You'll be fine. Create time for your friends. You'll be fine. Create time for your family. When you go to work, don't be the reason people are calling out. When you're a supervisor, don't be the reason somebody's quitting a job. Yeah, sometimes it's good for you supervisors to frustrate people because you bless them. But don't frustrate people who don't know how to quit. Some of us know how to quit. Some of you don't know how to quit. So if your God has blessed you and you're in power, don't abuse your power by giving your co-workers like hell. No, be nice. Okay? So anyway, I've spoken to you. Let me get out of my chair. Look at, you saw my chair, how colorful it is? Beautiful chair. I love it. I've spoken to you guys. I've been missing in action on my live videos, but as you can see, this is not the season to be on social media. This is the season to focus on growing your garden and getting things done. What is important? Social media is a luxury, and I treat it as such. Yeah, if you don't treat it as such, you'll find yourself in a very bad situation. God bless you guys. Have a good night. Let me mind my business that pays me, and you, wherever you are, mind your business. Today, if you missed the whole video and you're watching the last minute, create awareness. Create IHPs, independent habilitation goals, like set things that you want to practice until you make perfect. Don't think that creating goals is only for people who have learning disabilities. We all have some kind of learning disabilities. There are sometimes we cannot learn. I told my daughter yesterday, sometimes, and people think that people are selfish who think like that. Let me tell you, sometimes, I'm so impressed with myself sometimes. I'm so proud of myself sometimes. And I told her I quit math in 11th grade. In Kenya is Form 3. I was just tired of math. I couldn't stand the teacher, and I quit math. But I used to do good in math, but I quit. I just, math and physics, I think, and chemistry. I don't remember anything. I deleted. I just got rid of those things. And then, but I stayed I stayed with home science, which is here they call it home economics, and I stayed with history. I stayed with geography. I stayed with the other subjects, anyway, put it that way. So I was telling my daughter that, God is an amazing God. I just cannot tell you how God is an amazing God. I cannot find an X on an equation. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a surgeon. But I have perfected the art of business that I can just make the same money. Isn't that something? In fact, it just, see, like this necklace I'm wearing, I make these things. It's so impressive that we can earn from different things. Although standard operation for everyone is to go to school. Go finish high school, go to college, get your bachelor's degree, and get employed 9 to 5 and start living. But we forget the 9 to 5 people, right? The surgeons, right? Everybody else has to eat, has to wear beads, has to, I don't even know, whatever I'm doing, somebody's consuming me. And it is the most beautiful thing. You can make as much money from growing vegetables. This, right? You can make as much money, right? Growing vegetables. You can make as much money making beads, right? Whatever you just like to do. and I am the happiest person. And I told her, man, Sydney, God is an amazing God. The fact that I found what I like to do and I do it so well and I've perfected it, only God can help you to find out what you have, like a gift that you have. The people that are running Facebook for us, the engineers, the people that operate on us, the people that are making our medication, God has given them that gift. So if you didn't hear anything else I said from before about setting goals, at least find what you're passionate about. It breaks my heart to know that there is someone who can find an equation in mathematics equation, or balance an equation, or chemistry or physics, and yet they are homeless. They cannot earn. It troubles my heart. But I'm sure, yes, they're gifted in that way, but I'm sure if they push more, because we all standard operation, if we need to focus in school, we can pass. Right? If you focus in school, you can pass. Don't think that you cannot pass. We have the ability. But then somehow we get in between and we just, get derailed. So we start selling chicken, vegetables, waste beads, talking, inspiring. Amazing. Life is so beautiful. And that can only happen if you create self-awareness and give back. Don't be selfish. Tell people how they can grow. And then you're going to grow together. Because these people, the surgeons, they have to eat. The anesthesiologists, they have to eat. Oh, the engineers of Facebook, they have to eat. The architects, the people who are doing the roads. The people I sell to waste beads. When it comes to this waste beads business, you see this? Let me tell you. No boundaries. Police officers wear beads. Surgeons wear beads. Everybody's wearing beads. They come there. Oh, I dropped my earring. They come there. And I go through so many people a day. Life is that good. Okay? Have a good night. Next week is Monday. Today we are ending Sunday. Set your goals and you know what? Pursue them. Let nobody derail you. Set those goals for yourself and let nobody derail you. You have one life to live. You have to live it well. And you can only live it well if you live with purpose. You cannot just live. You have to live with a purpose. If you just wake up and just live, find a purpose. Yeah? Live with purpose. Go look at the word purpose. What does that purpose mean? You can't just go sleep and wake up. Sleep and wake up to something beautiful. All right? God bless you and have a lovely night. If you've not liked my page, please do that. Share this video. Invite your friends. Let's all, grow together. Whatever you're doing, share it. Let's all encourage one another. Cheers.